Hi guys, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. How you doing? Just gonna drink some coffee. Organic. Yeah. Yes, it's true. Somebody mentioned this morning Starbucks. Oh, am I allowed to say that? I don't care. Certain coffee companies don't sell coffee. They sell, not so good coffee, let's say that. I could go into much more detail, but I'm not. Do the study and do the research yourself. Organic coffee is what I drink, 100% organic. Okay. This is a follow-up video to the video that I did 2 days ago. We're now to 7,500 views-ish. I've had hundreds of messages confirming everything that the video was pointing out and my personal experience, and I was saying this is my understanding, and a lot of you have confirmed, and a lot of you have actually added to the weight of that very it's a thought process, really. It's an experience, but it's a thought process. I've thought about it and it makes sense now. This is the conclusion I've come to. So if you haven't watched the last video, I suggest that would be a good idea, so then you'll understand this video, because it's a follow-up. So this is, in my world, as many of you know who are pure energy healers around the world, bless you all. If you're still practicing, if you're not, well, at least you know how to heal yourself. A lot of you always heard me say, and it's vital that we know certain things within ourselves. It's vital that we always look at what's going on around us and always experience things for ourselves. Don't always ask, don't always try and get the answer from everybody. It's your own personal experience. That's what pure energy healing is. So you become the pure form of whatever you're experiencing. So my experience with a client can be different from your experience with your client, right? But doesn't make it any better or worse. It's just your experience with that client. So what you'll feel with that client, you'll have a connection and you'll be able to heal them through the energy that you're working with. And my energy will heal them in a different way through the energy that I'm working with at any given moment, because energy shifts and changes all the time. So I guess what I want to say today is energy shifts and changes all the time, and Mother Earth always wins, because she's been here a long time. No matter how many times you've tried to blow her up with your atom bombs, with your poisons in the seas from your radiation, she still wins in the end. She always does. She's too powerful. The people who will be gone will be us, if we don't start to really understand what's going on and how it works. It's not to say everybody needs to, but for the ones who are waking up. So what I often used to say to people, especially when you're learning how to read people's futures, is any idiot can see a problem. It's finding a solution. And I guess I'm here to hopefully practice what I preach, and my aim is not just to point and go, oh, look what's happening, but let's see what we can do about it. So in life, when you're feeling down, I see that. Let's see what you can do. Let's see what we can do. See what you can do. Let's see how we can help each other to get you over that hurdle and that stress. So if you've watched that video, I believe right now the attack on humanity is on a soul level. Even saying it sounds bizarre. God. It does. It's just like, oh my God, but it's happening. It really is. So now that we kind of figure out that there's something much deeper going on, how do we now overcome, conquer, strengthen from what we know is happening? There's certain things we already know about the way the darkness has tried to suppress us. It's kind of a soft cell killing, a slow cell killing. They can't kill you at once because they'll be exposed. So how do we do it in another way? Well, killing doesn't literally mean your death, but it means killing of the physical, of the spiritual and of the emotional as we're experiencing now. So what does that mean? Well, just take a look around you at the moment. Look at everybody's emotions. I mean, if this isn't a pandemic to kill the emotion, to send everybody crazy, to send people in chaos, then I don't know what is. If you don't see that, then there's nothing I can do. If you see it, then good for you. You can now take action, and you can now start to say, no, I ain't buying into this BS. Good for you. Good. I was like that at school. You couldn't tell me what to do at school. Unless it made sense, then okay, I'll do that. But no, I'm not going into that box. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Why not? Because I haven't done anything wrong this week. I truly haven't done anything. Get into that box, not getting into that box. Get in and whack. And lots of other things. You know the box. They call it saying your penance and asking for forgiveness from God because apparently I've done something wrong. Apparently I've been a sinner all my life. Hey, just look at every single way these manipulating people try to pull our soul and spirit down, how to brainwash us into believing we're nobody. We are not enough. We need to bow down. We are sinners. Yeah, when you see that this kind of attack has been going for centuries. It's just the game's getting bigger now. It's getting more complicated. It's getting more technical. It's getting more... The technocrats are knowing the AI. And of course, everything that I exposed on the last video. So the first thing we need to do is know that we need to be stronger and we need to know how to heal. So we need to first of all strengthen ourselves and we need to heal ourselves. Okay, by that I mean of physical to start with. So physically, well, you kind of already know now that you're drinking water from a plastic bottle ain't good. But it's just water. No, it isn't just water. It's chemical based. It isn't pure water. So what do? If you can afford, try to get a water distiller. A water distiller will take all of the really, really bad stuff in there out of it. So you're going to start to see this more and more, but there's going to be more awakening to the food. And the reason why is because we're going to be attacked more on the food level, which means that eventually there's only going to be a few handful of dark corporations controlling food. Because when you can control food, you can control the world, right? Same with money. Control money, you control the world. You get it. You already get it. I know you do. But the food is really important. So what we need to do first of all, okay, going back to water, is try to now save up and get a water purifier and drink purified water. And some of you will argue and say, yeah, but that's dangerous, Matt, because in water you've got your minerals. Okay, so get some Celtic sea salt or Himalayan sea salt or natural rock form sea salt, which you know is genuine, and put some under your tongue a couple of times a day. That gives you the minerals back again. Okay, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a health guru. I just know what's helped me and healed me. So if you've got any suggestions underneath here, please share them. And if you think I've said anything wrong, please share it. We need to see, because not everybody's the same. Okay, so these are my suggestions. I'm not telling you to do it, it's just a suggestion. So once you start to drink natural water, what happens is there's many things within the body that were suppressed, broken down, killed almost. Certain muscles in the head that they call the pineal gland, just study it. It's there. It's what doctors look for when they're looking at brain scans to see the central line where it's in here. Well, it looks like a shape of a pine cone, and I'm going to get to that in a minute of how that can help you too. Well, that gets calcified when you drink water, because in your normal tap water is real toxins that really makes a mess of that and covers it. So that little gland, plus many other things, I don't want to get into too much detail, but many other things with water, if you're not drinking it in a pure form, you'll find that it disrupts the physical body, which disrupts the spiritual and the emotional body. Okay, so that's the first thing. So do a bit of research on that, see how you feel about it, and then let me know. It might sound like a little thing, but actually it's the biggest thing in the world. If you're in a desert, if you're in a desert and you're you've got no water, you know how important it is. Well, it's kind of that important to how clean your water should be as well. It's made a massive difference in my life. Okay, so from there, we now know that they're trying to feed us advertising, brainwashing. What do they brainwash us with? Coca-Cola. It's the biggest brainwashing and the most dangerous, toxic poison you can drink. Really is. But why would they sell it? They wouldn't sell it otherwise. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. They'll sell you anything that isn't good for you. Why do you think the world's becoming so big? Meaning people. Why do you think there's so much illness? Come on, guys. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure these things out. We're being attacked by these corporations and the heads of the corporations and their family that you can fit into one room, who are predominantly trying their very best to suppress you. And these are the ways they're doing it. So stop drinking all that crap. Just drink natural fruit juices. Fruit juices not from a bottle. Anything in a bottle is going to contain E-numbers, anything to do which will save that that product to last longer. Anything that's put into fresh to make it last longer is now become a poison. And when you drink that, your body has to try and clear that out, which it really does cause a lot of illness to the body when you do. When you mix anything to a natural product, when I say natural, I mean fruit and vegetables, and you start mixing anything which is man-made, okay, you've got a poison then, and your body is going to struggle to eat it and struggle to digest it. It's going to struggle to dispose of it. So you just think about that, okay? Most of the food on a shelf is not food. It's non-food. It's actually not good for you. But again, another soft sell, another soft kill, slowly. So we diminish our energy. We lower our energy by eating stuff that lowers our energy. So if you're eating something that isn't your body doesn't want, because your body says, hey, you were born on this world, you're meant to eat the fruit and vegetables because that's what brings us up. That gives us the energy. That's what we're meant to eat, okay? Like a cow eats grass. Come on, right? So when we don't eat the correct foods, our energy depletes, and the reason why is because the body goes into shock. The body doesn't know what the hell that sweet is made from Haribo, or what that Coca-Cola is. What the hell is this? And it's trying to fight it. It's trying to save you from the toxins. So it works overtime. So then you become exhausted. You lose your energy. You've got no energy. So if the one world dark hand in a room are laughing, saying, look, we'll give them all of this crap and make it legal. Okay, give them cigarettes, give them this, give them that. All illegal things, but yet we know it's causing great harm. Cigarettes causes great harm. I've sat in 16 years with people who have passed into the light with smoking too much because they couldn't stop because of the addiction. Plus the fact that the after effect of cigarettes is so intense that, when you take one puff and it goes inside, your body then has to fight that. And it takes 2 hours for your body to fight that smoke inside you. 2 hours. So you've got 2 hours of toxins inside that one puff. Your body has to fight. So your body can't heal in them 2 hours. So if you're smoking every 1 hour, your body is in toxic shock all day. And the only time it isn't is when it goes to sleep and tries to recover the body from the toxins and the toxic shock that your body is occurring, even though you think you feel good. That's only a brain matter stimulation, which is false. So again, But it's your choice. You can do what you want. You can drink Coca-Cola. You can do what you want because it's your life. Your life is what you want to do with it. Mine is to try and become stronger and to live a happier, healthier life. So that's why I share this video with you. Okay, so so let's start with that, shall we? Let's start with how we can strengthen the mind and strengthen the and decalcify maybe this pineal gland and all the other senses. Well, drinking the water that I expressed is really good, which is healthy, is this purified water, this distilled water. You drink that, it's cleansing and clearing your body all day long. You can drink 3 glasses of that a day, 4 glasses, 5 glasses, brilliant. You're then starting to detoxify, you're starting to cleanse your body every day. That's a real thumbs up. Throughout the day, I really focus on my heart because centrally, your heart is connected to your soul, spirit. That's the life force, that's the bit. When that goes, your spirit then moves back home and you are the spirit. You move back home. This body then becomes nil and void, and should literally go into our ground of Mother Nature and be mixed back into Mother Earth. That's how it should be. I eat a lot of cherry tomatoes and any tomatoes I can get my hand on, as long as they're organic, okay? Because what this dark hand in that room has done is also seen that we need to poison the food as well, which is natural. So therefore they came up with this great idea to tell mankind that there's not enough food in the world. You just need to get on a plane and fly for an hour and look down and see how much land there is in the world. If every single corporation, if every single government, which is a corporation, decided to plant natural seeds and food all over the world, there's enough food for everybody. So that's a lie straight away, but we know that. So we need to now poison the food. We need to take over the supply of the food, which they're doing. That's why you have just seen a major psyop of every single small business. The after effects, the ripple effects are going to be tremendous. Small business is going to be almost nil and void unless humanity wakes up and says we're not buying from the evil. That I know I say evil, but I really mean it. I don't mean evil as in a devil, but evil acts. So let's call them what it is. They're psychopaths. The psychopaths are running the corporations, no doubt about it. The giant corporations are there to kill small business, your business. I'm not going to let that happen. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to change all my business to be more personal. So everybody who I work with now, it's okay, I've got somebody here who can answer that. Everybody who I work with, everybody who I buy from, are independent, common people like me and you. So we help each other. And that's my foundation. That's my policy right now. So that's another thing. Monsanto we call it. Monsanto, because that's what they are. Monsanto, bought by Bayer, I believe. They're a company that works with all sorts of GMOs. So they've basically, we all know that Roundup is the biggest poison in the world. It's killed so many people and so much crops and poisoned people from eating that because they're eating Roundup, right? It's going into people's mouths. Well, they also focus on making seeds, which they mix the seeds and do their evil deeds, and then they put it to you as, oh, well, their seeds grow and the plants grow and no bugs will eat them. Well, of course they won't eat them because they're poison. And if a bug doesn't eat them, that surely should make you think I shouldn't be eating it. But no, we don't, you see. We don't think like that. Most people just believe in what corporations and governments tell you. So we need to look for organic food. We need to look for our organic food markets. We need to be looking at farmers. We need to be supporting our farmers. One of the things that this dark hand in a room, all of these people, these psychopaths in a room, they're all working upon trying to stop every single farmer from being independent. Why do you think this has happened, this big psyop? It's happened because it's killing all the people that they want to kill off, meaning all their businesses. So they control the food. So you know this, guys. I know I'm only preaching to you, but I just want to get it through so that you can see the pattern of how all of this is taking place and shape and what they're trying to do. So I go to my local family organic farmers store every day and I support them. I will not go to the supermarket unless I have to go for certain things. So they will get 5% of my worth at most. If I can bring it down to 0, I will, but there's times that you can't. So don't beat yourself up over it. Just be wise and spend your money wisely. So one of the things that I would suggest is really, really powerful, and it's tomatoes. So tomatoes strengthen the heart. When you're strengthening the heart, you're strengthening the spiritual and the emotional. Okay, so that's just one thing. Give it a try. So I always have cherry tomatoes or tomatoes around through the day, and I'll pick at them like I would any of the fruits that I would through the day. That's one thing. Another level, there's 2 there. Okay, so this is my awakening oil. You could go to your local organic health market, health store, and find a store and ask them, can they buy for you a bottle of essential organic pine. Okay, there's a reason why this is shaped as a pine. It gives us the idea that, wow, pine. And I realize, wow, pine. So within this mixture, there's a lot more, but predominantly there's a lot of pine, essential pine in here. You put a few drops on, and this is how I do it. I go to the top where my crown is, rub in there, sides of temples, and what's called the third eye, rub in my hands, rub on a little bit on my chest, and then breathe through the nose. Do that in the morning, anytime through the afternoon, and before you go to bed. So it's strengthening your pineal gland, okay? It's another one of my tips. Everything that I'm sharing with you is what I do daily. Okay, so the other thing you can use as well, which is really, really, really good, is look for oils. This is my sacred oil. Sacred oil is a blend of 3 amazing things, but one of the things in here which is extra special, and I have the same oil in the Moldavite oil, is Palo Santo. Palo Santo is an amazing oil to strengthen the heart. It's really powerful. It clears negative energy away, dark energy. It really does an amazing work. Honestly, it's amazing. So the vibration around us, that's changing. If you're rubbing it there, it's strengthening your own vibration, your own spirit, your own life force. So by doing that, you're giving yourself a protection, okay? You're disrupting the energy that I believe this dark hand is trying to change the world by 5G and all of these things. Okay, so switch your 5G off. If you don't believe it, you've got it and it's 4G, that's fine. Switch it off too before you go to bed. Try and at least bring down the time that you spend on your phones and on the computer and anything to do with Wi-Fi. Bring that right down. That will help tremendously. For the past few nights now, I've been wearing a mixture of Moldavite, Herkimer, and Shungai. This is very similar. This is Silicon Valley, and this is really fantastic at the moment. I'm loving this. I knew I bought so much of it a while ago, and I didn't really know why. Now I understand why. It all makes sense. Lava stone. If you can get yourself lava stone, and predominantly, you don't have to go to my website because I have to work on these, so I put other energies into them, so they're more money than what you would be able to do if you went down to your local crystal shop and buy a piece of lava stone. So you just look for it. I mean, I think they even actually use it on cleaning the skin of the body. So if you go into certain health stores and ask for, do you do like a lava stone for cleaning the bottom of your feet? It's the same. Or go online, because I don't think I've seen any fake as yet. So try and buy from a local. Don't buy from Amazon. Don't buy from eBay and all them other companies. Stay away from them. Buy from genuine sources, people who care. So you're not feeding these companies, okay? So that's the other thing. The reason why lava is working is because I just got this feeling that when the world produces, when Mother Nature produces this flow of lava, the minerals within that and the energy within that, it really gives off a most amazing frequency that disrupts. And because I think it's all about disrupting the energy that's happening around us, which it's an attack on us constantly through 5G, through all the other things, from Musk's satellites, and it goes on and on and on and on, okay? It comes in different forms, but we need to be stronger than that energy. That's the whole point about this video. You need to be stronger than it. The other thing is, weakening your whole self is weakening your immune system, is weakening your spirit, because if your body is not functioning well, your spirit doesn't function well. It's true. If you're 100% feeling strong, you're more open to receiving great energy, and you're more than open to receiving healing. But if your energy is low, you're closed, you're blocked, because look, let me explain something. As a healer, you can only really generate a powerful healing energy when you're feeling open, when you're feeling strong, when you're feeling strong and powerful. You're receiving because you're open. But if I'm thinking about bad things, I'm blocked. I'm blocking myself. Nothing can come through because I block myself through thought and feeling. If I'm feeling ill, I can't heal anybody. It's like me cutting myself. If I'm bleeding, somebody says, please heal me. I'll say, well, I need to fix myself first. Same. So you need to look at eating healthy, drinking healthy water, and now making sure that whoever's around you, whatever you're doing, is of a positive energy. So don't get into conflict. Certainly close your eyes towards the mainstream media bullshit, because that is one thing that will kill your spirit for sure. It will. It's like putting nails into your spirit every time you watch the mainstream media, because you're not only listening to a lie, which your spirit knows it's a lie, but your brain is trying to believe it. So you're in a battle instantly. You know when truth is truth because it doesn't hurt. It feels okay. I accept that. Even sometimes when it's not a nice truth, you can accept it because you know it's real. But what you're being fed is a brainwashed programming, which I call voodoo. It's voodoo. I need to get the lie to you for you to believe it, then to hurt yourself. And that's what's happened through what is being told to us as a virus, which is a complete and utter lie. It will be known soon, sooner than you think, that most people who died of what they say was coronavirus wasn't. And I would suggest, and I did right at the beginning, I said, I sat with a friend and I said, I'm really worried. And she said, why? I said, because the fear of this voodoo curse that's been fed to everybody, I've seen the power of the same thing happen to individuals who believed they were cursed by a brother-in-law or a sister-in-law or a family member. As soon as they heard that they were cursed, they started to get very ill. And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, if you can make yourself healthy, you can also make yourself ill. You can convince yourself that you're going to be ill. And that is a placebo effect. Placebo means self-healing or self-harm. So you can really cause damage if somebody's telling you that you're ill. If somebody's telling you that you can be ill and you will get an infection and you're going to die, and if somebody's telling you that all the time, then you actually create it. And a lot of the times when somebody's trying to make you feel really bad and say bad things, they can direct that energy in any place. So if I was a really bad person and I wanted to harm somebody, I could sit them down and say to them, oh my God, your heart, I can feel it. You're going to die. I can feel your heartbeat. There's nothing we can do. I'm really sorry. What? And isn't that disgusting? What I just said then was the most disgusting, utterly disgusting and evil thing in the world. So if you didn't like what I said, then why are you listening to mainstream media? That's exactly what they're doing to you. Just think about that. You then take that on as real, and now you're fighting with your head and your heart saying it's not real, but your head's telling you it is. So that's why if you ever look back on any of my videos, you'll always hear me say the biggest battle you'll ever have is between the heart and mind. When you listen to your heart above your mind and tell your mind to shut up when it's trying to tell you something, you're saying you've no idea what you're thinking, keep quiet, you don't know anything about this. Then your mind says, okay, sorry about that, it's just my job. Well, not today it isn't, and I'll tell you when to wake up, I'll tell you when to think. But you're not thinking, my heart is the key, I am the answer, I know everything, not you. You just know when to, look left and right when you cross the road. Other than that, keep your mouth shut. So once you've figured that out, what I've been saying, you realize now, wow, now it makes sense. Now I'm listening to my heart, living in my heart, living in my spirit. I am my spirit. I am walking my spirit. I'm not walking my mind. I'm not living my mind. I'm not living in the mind. Dangerous. But everything on mainstream media does that. It wants you to be in your mind constantly. And it certainly wants you to live in fear. It certainly wants you to live in confusion. Therefore, you can see the attack constantly. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Hang on a minute. Didn't they just say yesterday we could wear them? We can't wear them. We don't need to wear them. I thought we were allowed to. Can we? We can't match. We can't match. We can match. And we can't go to funerals. Yes, we can go to funerals. Hang on a minute. Driving crazy. The ones in that room are sat there laughing their heads off at you guys. Look at humanity. They're such a bunch of idiots. They believe anything that we force feed them. And so, when you realize that, you push it away and say no more. And you fight against it in a loving way, in a way that it is your time to strengthen your both mind, body, and spirit. And that's what I'm trying to help you with today. So, these are a few things that you can use. I think that's it. We've done 30 minutes. I'm going to continue giving you ideas and things that'll strengthen you up every day, help you think a little bit. Hey, I might sound a bit crazy today with my crazy tops on, but you know what? There might be one thing you got out of this. Don't think of all the other things that might be crazy. That this one thing that you felt wasn't crazy. Oh, he's got a point there. Use that point because that's what you need. Okay? Don't disregard everything I say as nonsense because one thing that you heard you didn't agree with. That's a sure sign of really not growing. So I listen to people every day out of love and respect, and I listen and think, okay, as long as they're not judgmental and nasty and opinionated and they pull me down and say nasty things, I've no time for people. That's bad energy. Get yourself off. I'll figure my own life out. But you know what? I'm not listening to... I had enough of that in my life with my teachers and my dad. You know what? I just want a happy life. So I guess finally what I want to say to you is the really important thing that I missed. One of the things that I found in my life that from day to day when I was sat there smiling, I used to say to people, some people are really sending good energy to me at the moment. And they'd go, why is that? I say, because I feel really happy for no reason. And a lot of the times, I never told you, but feeling happy for no reason is the most powerful energy in the world. But what I came to realize is it's not just my energy. It's the energy of people sending me love. And why is that, Mark? Well, maybe because I send love to people. Maybe because I share nice messages, because I make people feel good. And when they feel good, they go, oh, isn't Mark lovely? Such a lovely guy, such a nice guy. Oh, who is it? Oh, he's a really nice guy. He says some nice things. Oh, really? Oh, he sounds great. Sounds great. You see? Oh, good energy sending your way. because there's no such thing as space and time. When somebody talks about you in a loving way, they're healing you. Through their words are not just words, they're a vibration of healing. So if I'm saying he's a horrible person, you can feel that sometimes. You can feel, oh, I don't feel too good today. Maybe because somebody's saying not such nice things to you. Why? Well, maybe you've been saying such nice things to other people. Or maybe they're jealous. Who cares? That's not a big deal. What's a big deal is this. Focus on the positive. Send good messages to people, say nice things, spend time with people, help them, get off your bum, go out there and help somebody's garden, make it nice, or do something for somebody. Send some crystals like I do. I send crystals every day for children. I know when a child's got a crystal because they've focused on me saying thank you, and I can feel it and it's making me healthy. Because ultimately, guys, this dark hand in this room who are laughing at us, at the same time they're very nervous because they know that the spirit of humanity is so powerful that they have to work every single day and night to disrupt our energy, to disrupt our beautiful, powerful, godlike energy, goddess, God, whatever you want to call it, divine, beautiful, pure energy. But you know what, ultimately? You are more powerful than any disrupting energy. So the bottom line is this. If you work on yourself, if you're kind and caring, if you invest in yourself by eating correctly, if you invest in yourself by drinking all the time and natural healing waters, if you stop fighting with other people, you will build up your power so nothing can affect you. Nothing. And that's what I work on every day. So yes, there are times when I'm exhausted and I think, wow, stuff's going on. But I'm aware of it and I counteract that by doing even more good, by being more kind to others as well as myself. And that's my message today. They will never win. The darkness are only a small number of people fighting against the whole of humanity. When we realize that there's so many of us and only a handful of them, we can dismantle them in a few days. But what we can do is we can disrupt them by not playing into their game, not feeding them, not feeding the corporations, but looking after your brothers and sisters around you. So when I buy fruit and vegetables from a lovely lady in my market, I know that the money she gets from that, she feeds her children and puts clothes on their back. I know if I go to Amazon, all I'm feeding is a boardroom of men, of psychopaths, who just buying their next condominium, who are laughing at you, who don't give a damn about you, only profit. So I know the difference and I know what I choose to do. Therefore, I make my decision, and my decision is powerful and will make a difference in this world. And if you do the same, we will change the world instantly. That will disappear. Have a great day. Love you all. Take care. Till tomorrow.